Find a comfortable position. Can be seated. You can also lay down. Eyes open or closed. Though I find closing your eyes at the beginning in learning this meditation and mindfulness technique, find it a little bit easier, but totally up to you. Eyes closed or open. You can also have a soft gaze. Lengthen your spine. Take a couple deep breaths in. Letting go. Another deep breath in. A little more air in. Hold it and let it go. Relax your shoulders, your face, your eyes, your tongue. And now you're going to notice where your attention goes from moment to moment. And then I'm inviting you to label that experience in one of those three sense categories: see, hear, or feel. When your attention is drawn to an experience, decide whether it falls under the category see, hear, or feel. If you're seeing anything on your mental screen when eyes closed, we label that with see. Colors, shapes, kind of like a grainy grayscale sometimes. If you notice the silent room, that would be here. If you're feeling impatient as you try to practice mindfulness, that would be feel. So when your attention is drawn to an experience, stay with it for a couple seconds, and then you can let it go. Maybe something else grabs your attention, or you can return to the same thing. That's totally fine. If you get lost in thought, that's okay too. Just bring it back gently to the technique. That's how we practice our equanimity. We don't have to get upset that we maybe got lost in thought. Happens to us all. And the more we practice, the longer we will be able to hold our concentration on the technique. So whatever category your experience is in, see, hear, or feel, stay focused on the experience for a few seconds before moving on to the next experience. If it happens to disappear, just let your attention move to something new. And if you notice more than one sense category at the same time, such as hearing, let's say a fire truck, and picturing the truck in your mind, just pick one to focus on. Hear or see. It doesn't matter which. You want to keep a steady pace with your labels, not too fast or too slow. So it would be see, hear, feel. Notice my labels had an even tone. So keeping an even tone with your labels also helps us with having equanimity with our experiences. If you notice a lot of sensory activity, it's okay to let some experience go by without labeling it. We are strengthening our concentration by staying with the technique and bringing our attention back to the technique. We're strengthening our sensory clarity by deciding if our experience is in see, hear, or feel. And we're strengthening our equanimity skill. We're open to our experience, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, active or restful. We're just the observer of whatever is happening. And that helps us also when we compete, when we practice. We're strengthening our skill of concentration to put our attention to where we want it to be. If we make a mistake, we're strengthening our equanimity to be okay with whatever happened. And we're strengthening our sensory clarity to be aware of what is happening in the moment within us. If emotions are coming up, or where our attention and focus is going, so that we can redirect it, so that we have the ability to perform at our optimal way. So I'm inviting you to bring this practice into your daily life, into your practice. Pay attention to what is happening. If you feel unfocused, maybe you can do a little micro hit of see, hear, feel during practice. Even 10 seconds to a minute can recenter you. And with that, I'm inviting you to slowly come back to your room. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.